Everywhere finally burst in the early hour of today as the secret that Tinubu wife have been hiding for the past few years have finally been leaked. A lot of Nigerians have finally detected the hidden atrocity of Bola Ahmed Tinubu wife because Tinubu wife finally exposed herself unknowingly, and a lot of Nigerians launched attack on this woman, and she is finally begging for her life. She's begging for her life and her children's life. Obide, come and see what is happening at the moment, and let's get to stay connected to the end of this video. Tinubu wife is in serious trouble at the moment because what she finally find herself into now is what is beyond her. The same thing happened to Mama Yakubu. The same thing happened to YESUFU, but now Tinubu wife have finally begged for her life because her secret is finally exposed. I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, ensure you share it to the social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share, just like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. We'll stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, ensure you click the registration button appearing on your video screen, and do well to click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. The worst is finally happening to Bola Ahmed Tinubu wife right now, because what is happening to her right now, she never expected this. Tinubu wife did not see this coming. If not, she would have avoided it. It's no more the news that this lady is behind Tinubu and all the atrocities that Tinubu have been committing. It is now very clear and more clearer and more visible that this lady is behind everything due to what really transpired in the early hour of today. And Nigerians have promised to take Tinubu wife to shrine. They said they will take her to shrine and swear for her the way they swear for Mama Yakubu. Even before they started swearing for Tinubu wife, the news came out in the early hour today that Tinubu wife is already bedridden. Something happened to her today. The attack was not on her and she's already in the hospital. She landed in the hospital. That's why she's begging for her life. It's not more the news that Nigerians mobilized themselves on the February 25th, 2024, making a year that Mama Yakubu rigged Tinubu into power. They mobilized themselves on the same day and they swear for Mama Yakubu and all of that. They swear for YESUFU and other people that made it possible for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to enter into the presidential seat amidst all the suffering that is happening in Nigeria. So these people swear for Mama Yakubu in shrine, they swear for Mama Yakubu in church, on mountains, they swear for Mama Yakubu in different mosques and all of that. They go to T Junction, they carry sacrifices and they swear for Mama Yakubu generation, his children. They said they will not see the fruit of his labor on his children and all of that. And they also swear for Wike, and it was few days after that the house of Wike, his best house in Abuja, got burnt. And now they have come for Tinubu wife after Tinubu wife did this. But Tinubu wife is finally begging for her life. I will show you the video in this video. You will see everything that is happening right now. But I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, ensure you share it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. Tinubu wife is begging for her life because he knows that the swears of Nigeria, the causes of Nigeria have a long way to go. Even for the fact that she's a pastor, she did not even look at the fact that she's a pastor because she's scared of Nigeria. Pastor cannot do this thing because karma will surely speak. If you can share this video, share it. And if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. Tinubu wife came out in the early after. A lot of people have been saying now that Tinubu wife is the green snake under the carpet. That it is not only Tinubu that is committing all the atrocities that Tinubu is committing, all the things that Tinubu have been doing in the Aso Rock chamber. They said it is not Tinubu that have been doing it, that this woman have been the one behind the bar, that this woman have been the one doing and committing all these things. Now, looking at the video that Tinubu wife released in the early hour today, a lot of Nigerians said, no, this woman is a wolf in sheep clothing. She called herself a pastor in Redeemed Church, but yet, looking at what she's doing, they said, this thing is not what a pastor is supposed to be doing. It is a big disgrace to Redeemed Christian Church of God, and it's a big disgrace to Christianity. Looking at what is happening now, Tinubu wife is begging for her life because it was in the early hour of today that Tinubu wife came out. The news have been out there before. Tinubu have attended different international community conference where he have been saying that the Nigerian economy is so very okay that Nigerians in the diaspora should be sent back to Nigeria to come and invest in Nigeria. And this alone have given a lot of Nigerians in the diaspora, it have given them a tough tough time because they are really facing a lot. Mind you, many of these people ran away from Nigeria in the name of Japa. They passed through Libya road, they passed through different channels. Many of them passed through desert and forest just to ensure that they gain their access into the European and American countries where they can see a greener pasture and live a better life. Because Nigeria is nothing to write home about, but Tinubu got into power, and at the same time Tinubu got into power, he's doing everything possible for these people to be deported. And mind you, it's normally news that the people in the diaspora, they are the one funding a lot of Nigerians in Nigeria at the moment. They have families here that they are working for in the diaspora, and once they are working in the diaspora, they send money in foreign currency to Nigeria just to ensure that their family live a good life. But come and see what Tinubu wife is trying to do. He's doing everything possible to make sure that all of them is being deported. And looking at the speech that Tinubu wife gave, he called all of them jobless people and people that did not have shame. You will hear everything in this video, so I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. A lot of Nigerians have now mobilized themselves. They said this woman must be brought down. Now a lot of things is happening to Tinubu wife. Now she's already begging for her life. You will see everything in this video. Just stay connected. You will hear everything yourself. You will hear from Tinubu wife what she said herself. You will hear what Tinubu said. You will see that the two people in question, they are working hand in hand. It's just that it's only Tinubu that a lot of people are seeing. And you hear the analysis of AISHA YESUFU. You hear everything in this video and the reactions of a lot of Nigerians. So I would like us to drop your reaction regarding this video. They said it is time to swear for Tinubu wife now. They said the swear must start now. That is what is happening on media right now. So drop your opinion regarding this video as you watch the video. I'm coming back again.
Actions have trained President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's statement in which he appealed to Nigerians in the diaspora to return to Nigeria, emphasizing the nation's current state of growth and progress. Tinubu made the appeal while speaking during a presidential town hall meeting in New York, organized by the Nigerians in the Diaspora Commission on the sidelines of the 78th session of the UN General Assembly. Tinubu highlighted the need for a change in mindset in order to grasp the abundant business opportunities available in Nigeria. He also expressed pride in the achievements of Nigerians excelling in various fields abroad, urging them to contribute to Nigeria's development. I mean, there have been a lot of reactions, Dr. Bati. I wouldn't have time to take all the reactions, so I'd love for you to respond to this. I mean, I thought that was a good statement. He's not the only one that has, talked to the Nigerians in the diaspora. His Yawo, his wife, Remi Tinubu, I was going to take that story earlier this week where she talked about the fact that these people should come back home and that Tinubu would not have been president if he was still abroad. Dr. Bati.
Yes, Mrs. Remi Tinubu said that before now. At a forum organized by Nigerian governors' wives. We seem to have so many, governors' wives who went to attend Hunger 78. But now the president is also echoing the same statement at a town hall meeting with Nigerians. And he's saying that, look, the situation at home is different under his watch, and that there should be a change of mindset, and that he himself had once lived in the diaspora and that he came back home. So more or less husband and wife, saying the same thing, just to inspire Nigerians who may have japad to japada, as they say. Yes, there's something they call japa when you leave the country. Did you make japada up? No, japada. It's a very common place. Come back home. So this was, from the president and the first lady, a japada intervention on the sidelines of the Hunger 78. However, the president says something which I think is instructive, which I consider to be an open criticism of the Buhari administration. He said, you may have been frustrated, with the previous year's administration. The previous year's administration, that's the Buhari administration. But that now there is a change of leadership. That the problem in our country is leadership. But that under his watch, things will be different. So that's also committing himself to making things different in some leadership areas that he talked about. And that there will be hurdles, certainly, but that he will deal with those hurdles. So with the Nigerians abroad, listen to him, and on the basis of his promises, come back home. And he says, well, he didn't get to where he is today so easily. He had to fight for it. Well, I'm sure he's still fighting for it, as indications are pointed out. But many Nigerians who must have attended that event will simply say in their minds that, well, the responsibility of government is to provide an enabling environment for talents to thrive. And if President Tinubu has made that commitment, then he has to fulfill it in real terms and address the challenge of the Nigerian factor. Look, in this country, every president that comes to power goes abroad, you know, to go and woo Nigerians abroad, talents in diaspora to come and join in building Nigeria. But when people come here, they encounter the Nigerian factor. If they want to do the right thing, they will suddenly discover that here, the same kind of standards that they experienced while they were abroad, you know, they will not meet them here.
People saying they are going to Japa or they go there, what work are you going to do? You know, work that you refuse to do at home, where you have loved ones. You end up going to do that. Even with all their education, they're driving cabs. But they won't drive cabs here. Yes. Nigerians, we can help each other. The rate we are doing parties and all that going to them, why don't you use the money to help your neighbor until, you know, we can really get on our feet?
So Remi Tinubu made a statement about Nigerians who are jackpying and then going over there to go and do jobs that they would normally not do in Nigeria. I even did a video on all of that. Well, she has been replied, and so there are some people who are also replying her, and they are calling out her hypocrisy for the fact that she also had jackpot with her husband in the 70s. And there's a particular handle here called EKGod at EKGod_. So there is a write-up that he did, and I'm just going to look through it. One of the things for me with this present, generation of Nigerians that we have is that they are not afraid to say what they want to say to anyone, and they have technology at their disposal to be able to unearth a lot of things, to be able to research. Or if you have the time, the way, you have the skills, and you are ready for the matter, you can go on the internet and literally find any news that you can, whether it's old newspaper clippings, whatever. So information is literally at the tip of people's hands for those who really want to search for it. And these people this present generation, they just go out and they get this thing, they put their sources out. Anyway, from what this particular person has put out, which I'm going to read here, it says Remi Tinubu is a hypocrite. Our attention has been drawn to a scandalous statement spun by Remi Tinubu, urging Nigerians in Nigeria, including those with the means, to forget about emigrating abroad, lying through her teeth that most Nigerians abroad are cab drivers, engaged in menial jobs they are overqualified to do, and wouldn't do in Nigeria. That was actually some of the things that she was saying. And then this particular person says, here was a woman who jackpot with her husband to the United States of America in 1979, but ended up becoming a housewife whose account was used to launder the proceeds of heroin barely 1 year in the States. I detest hypocrites, according to this EKGod. And then he goes on to say, it has become highly imperative to properly guide Remi Tinubu, the Jezebel of Nigeria, whose husband Bola Ahmed Tinubu illegitimately hijacked political power in 2023 but has been calamitous ever since. So keep quiet about things she knows nothing about. You see that part where he talk about Tinubu being calamitous? It's unbelievable. That Tinubu is this bad, showed himself up to be this bad, must be, this needs to be studied. You rigged the election to be worse than Buhari in less than 6 months. Buhari. Anybody is worse than Buhari. Hey! I remember some years ago when I did a tweet and I said, may Buhari be the worst of president in Nigeria we ever had. You see the way they attack me. People that don't think deep. I tell people, I said on Twitter, I'm not going to tweet to you as if you're in primary school. If you see, how dare she? She said Buhari did it, I think it was 2018 or something like that. And I was like, you people can't see. If you have worse than Buhari, that means that the country is going to be down. Well, the other day I went back to that, so I said, well, since you people were angry that I said may Buhari be the worst of president Nigeria we ever had, now you've seen worse. Hope you are enjoying the Nigeria you now have. So this particular handle at @IkeGod_ says, the last time I checked, millions of Nigerians have been emigrating abroad since the 1800s. I mean, that's actually true. People make it look as if Japa is now the Japa has always been on in Nigeria. From time to time, you know, people, there's something that forces people to now, you know, do it together. I remember when I was 10 years old, that was when they did that Andrew, I'm checking out. That was around in the early 1980s. Andrew, I'm checking out. No water, no electricity, no good road, no job, no this. Something. No, I can still remember with the bag. I'm checking out. And they say, where are you going? Who will fix Nigeria and all of that? So this Japa syndrome is not a now thing the way people make it out to be. So Ikoni said, the last time I checked, millions of Nigerians have been immigrating abroad since the 1800s and have emerged as some of the best highly skilled professionals in diverse areas and endeavors of life: medicine, engineering, public administration, law enforcement, manufacturing, academia, etc. I stand to be challenged, and which is actually true. Nigerians do so well. Even other people always say that, you know, Nigerians that do so well, why is it that we can't replicate the same thing in our country? Well, anyway, it's all about leadership, and we've allowed charlatans to always be the ones to occupy the position of leadership, whether it was during military rule or during democracy. We've always put the worst of us to be the ones to lead us, and the problem is a country like the one that we have right now. Millions of us abroad. Okay, so this person apparently he too is abroad and has taken, you know, offense at the kind of statement that she had made. Millions of us abroad are not cab drivers and don't do menial jobs we are overqualified for. That statement by Tinubu is just a crass generalization, which is actually true. That was why I said she needed emotional lessons in emotional intelligence. It is her level of thinking, because she's a non-professional with no known career path like her husband. Without much ado, let me remind Tinubu that there are over 50 million Nigerians in diaspora who are scattered across the various skilled professions. Let me also remind the uncouth and unknowledgeable Tinubu that in 2023 alone, the World Bank disclosed that Nigeria's diaspora remittances was about $20 billion. Actually, this is very true. Nigeria, I've always said this, and that's why sometimes I always say the Nigerians in diaspora, they're the ones that are the most mumuish of Nigeria. They send so much money in, they contribute economically to Nigeria, but 4 to 5% or 3 to 4% of the GDP, yet they have zero political power. They can't vote, and yet their money is what Nigeria used to hold itself together. And a lot of time, crisis, why we've not fallen into crisis a lot of time, because we have dollars that have been sent in, you know, through diaspora remittances. In the last few, after the election, there was a big dip in that remittance, and that's it's even in January, I think they say it started picking up, and that has actually affected the whole economic situation in Nigeria. So Nigerians in diaspora actually do remit a lot back home. Does Remi want Nigerians diaspora remittances to stop so as to fast track the violent revolt against her husband's calamitous economic asphyxiation of millions of struggling Nigerians? As if this person was really angry when he was doing this thing, and we felt it personally, because of course, indeed, even there was a time that CBN was doing some sort of promo. Oh, if you send more money, you get whatever kind of a thing. You know, these people just don't get. They just think from, you know, I don't blame Remi Tinubu in a way, because she see people who are always begging them, and I've done a tweet on her behalf. I think that I've done a video on Remi Tinubu before, and that video was the arrogance of Remi Tinubu. You know, I think that was during the 2019 election or before it, something like that. And so she's used to people coming to go and bend down and dobale and you know, maybe ask for favor from her husband and her family, and so she has this chip on her shoulder that makes her think that everybody in Nigeria is sort of that way. Election. Let me advise that anyone who has the means to leave Nigeria should do so now. Well, it continues on and on, but I'm going to stop here to say I totally agree with that submission, and I've been saying it all the time. Anyone who has the means to leave Nigeria, go and get it better. Please do it. You can be sending remittances to those of us who remain in Nigeria. You can, as you're growing, we will continue to fix Nigeria. When we fix Nigeria, you come back with your experience and all of that. Don't let anybody gaslight you. Don't let anybody, emotionally blackmail you in staying in Nigeria. So, oh, you are cowards. Yes, run away. Go and and get a better life. We that we're here, let's fix this country, and when we do it, we will need your experience in helping to all govern and take Nigeria to the promised land that is supposed to be. So thank you.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear what Tinubu's wife said and what Tinubu said himself. You can see the people that are behind the problem of Nigeria. You can see the way these people are pushing Nigerians behind the bar. You can see the way these people are dragging Nigerians to the moon. You know, what is now the concern of Tinubu's wife and people that are in the diaspora? What is the problem of Tinubu's wife and people that are in the diaspora? Did they offend this woman in any way? Now, that statement that Tinubu's wife said is a big insult. You can hear it in this video. That's a big insult to Nigerians in the diaspora. He said many of them cannot drive cab in Nigeria here, but they will go to the diaspora, they will go to United States, they will go to Europe, they will go to America, they will go to different places in the world. They will be driving cab, even for the fact that they are educated, they are graduates, that they will go to another man's country, they will be driving cab. Now, he said they can't drive that cab in Nigeria here. The question we are asking Remi Tinubu, because a lot of Nigerians have actually attacked this Remi Tinubu, they said this woman is the green snake under the carpet, that this woman is behind all the problem and the decision that Tinubu have been making since when Tinubu have find himself in the AISHA chamber, that this woman is behind all the decision making of Tinubu, and this woman have been behind the problem of Nigeria. They said, what's the concern of this woman with people that are in the diaspora? Now Nigerians left their country, they go to the diaspora to hustle. Now, what makes them to leave their country? That's the question that we should ask ourselves. That's the question we should ask Remi Tinubu. Remi Tinubu, what makes Nigerians to leave their country? Is Nigeria a good country like the United States of America? Is Nigeria a good country like UK that Nigerians will now leave their country to go and serve in another man's country? There is nobody that it pleases to serve in another man's country. Everybody loves to be in their fatherland. But in a situation where our fatherland is not conducive for us again, where some people have eaten the country bread, Nigerians have no choice than to pass through Libya road, to pass through different channels, to pass through forest, desert, to pass through the sea, to international community, to go and look for survivor. Now, the person that called herself the first lady that have been causing division between Igbo and Yoruba in Lagos State before, I said that is not enough, still come out again and still make it known to the general public that Nigerians in the diaspora, many of them are doing taxi, they are doing cab, the cab that they cannot do in their country, even when they are graduates, they are going to another man's country to do it. Now, if Nigerians to do cab in US, what is your concern, Remi Tinubu? Do you know how much they are fucking earning in United States of America if they are doing cab? Do you know how much they are earning in UK when they are doing cab in UK? To read the statistics, do you want to compare it to how much Nigerian cabman is earning in a day? Compare how much someone that is doing cab in US, compare it to how much Nigerian cabman is making in a day. Can you compare it at all? Is it comparable? This thing is not comparable, and those people are there looking for a greener pasture, making a way for their families in Nigeria surviving, and you are there telling us that they are doing cab that they can't do in their country. Is Nigeria favorable for people? Is Nigeria favorable for graduates? You want to compare Nigeria to other countries where even people that did not even go to school, they are doing a better work than Nigerian lawyers and doctors here. They are earning more than Nigerian lawyers and doctors, people that did not even go to school in that place. You want to compare it? Now, this same Remi Tinubu have japa in the 1970s. She have japa announced with Bola Ahmed Tinubu before, and now they are now okay. They came back to Nigeria and they find themselves in the presidential villa. Now that's now what is making them to be talking anyhow as if they're not even pinking. These people are not pinking. They think Nigerians are just dubbies. That's what is happening right now. A lot of Nigerians have attacked Remi Tinubu based on this speech that I remember, because Tinubu have been on the hustle since when he came to the presidential power to make sure that they deport a lot of Nigerians back to Nigeria. Nigerians in US, Nigerians in UK, Nigerians in Germany, in different places in the world, in big countries. He wants to make sure that they deport them back to Nigeria to come and fall back to the suffering that Nigerians are suffering in Nigeria here. He wants them to come back to live a miserable life in Nigeria. Now, a lot of things is happening, and Nigerians did not keep mute. They attacked Tinubu wife left and right. They said if care is not taken, they will take her to shrine. They will mobilize themselves in a day, as they did for Mama Yakubu Wike and some other tribunal judges, Supreme Court judges, and all of that. As they swear for them on the 25th of February, they said they will swear for Tinubu wife, and every single swear that they swear for her will work on her, and nothing will happen. They said they will bring Tinubu wife down if care is not taken, because a lot of Nigerians that pass through Libya road, they pass through different channels to find themselves in the international community. Many of them are being deported now, because Tinubu will go to that country and be telling the president of the country that they should send Nigerians back home, that their country is okay, that he has fixed their country, the country where the economy is bent, where they are sending a bag of rice as at now 82,000 naira and all of that. Now you are sending people back home where there's no provision of work, you do not provide anything for them. What did Nigerians do to this Tinubu family? Is this how Tinubu family hates Nigerians so much? Even Nigerians in Nigeria, you block the channels to which they make money, you block Binance, you block different things, you block the channels to which they make money. Even content creator, they came out with the fact that they will be paying taxes and all of that. You suffocate the poor, you suffocate them, you not allow them to breathe, and yet you didn't stop there. You still go to the international community to make sure that they deport Nigerians back home. Drop your opinion in the comment section of this video, because a lot of courses have been going on Remi Tinubu. They said she's shameless as a pastor in Redeem, and it's a big shame to Redeem, it's a big shame to Pastor Adeboye himself, because they cannot call this woman to order, and it's a big shame to a lot of people in the Christendom. Now drop your opinion in the comment section of this video. What do you guys think? So I'm gonna dedicate another for you. Ensure you follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye.
Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor where they lie on top, be pastor for LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor where they back, where politician where they do pass himself. All the while you waiting for church. All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.